The Prime Minister of Iraq has confirmed to BBC Arabic that Syria carried out airstrikes on militants inside Iraqi territory this week. Nouri Maliki said Syrian fighter jets had bombed militant positions around the border town of Qam on Tuesday. While Iraq did not ask for the raid, he added, it welcomed any such strike against the Islamist group ISIS. ISIS and its Sunni Muslim allies have seized large parts of Iraq this month, including the second city, Mosul. The Iraqi government has struggled to hold back the militants' advance from the north and west, and has also been receiving support from Iran, with whom its Shia Muslim leaders have close links. The US, which also backs the government, has stressed that the militants can only be defeated by Iraq's own forces. Mr. Maliki is seeking to form a new government but has rejected calls to create an emergency coalition which would include all religious and ethnic groups. UK Foreign Secretary William Hague has arrived in Baghdad to meet political and community leaders. As a friend of Iraq, the UK believes the urgent priority must be to form an inclusive government that can command the support of all Iraqi people and work to stop ISIS in its tracks, he said. Russian jets. Speaking to the BBC in his first interview for an international broadcaster since the crisis started, Mr. Maliki said Iraq had bought a number of used Sukhoi fighter jets from Russia and Belarus. He said the aircraft could be flying missions in Iraq within a few days. The US, he added, kept delaying the sale of F-16 jets. Russian President Vladimir Putin discussed the crisis with Mr. Maliki by phone last Friday, the Kremlin reported on its website at the time. Mr. Putin confirmed his full support for the government's efforts to rid Iraqi territory of terrorists, it said, without giving details. Mr. Maliki said on Wednesday that forming a broad emergency government would go against the results of April's parliamentary elections, which were won by his alliance of Shia parties. His political rival, AIR, had proposed forming a national salvation government. Reports say a unit of al-Qaeda's Syrian affiliate, the Nusra Front, pledged allegiance to ISIS in the Syrian town of al-Bukaml, near the Iraqi border. The Nusra Front, along with other rebel groups, has been fighting in Syria against ISIS, which it sees as harming its cause with its brutality and extremism.